I had always been drawn to the mysterious and macabre, but little did I know that my curiosity would lead me to the most terrifying experience of my life. The day I moved into the old Victorian house, the edge of town, I couldn't shake off the unsettling feeling that something was off about it. The dilapidated structure loomed over me, its windows like empty eye sockets staring into my soul. As I stepped over the threshold, a chilling breeze whispered through the hallway, carrying with it the faint scent of iron. The air was heavy with a sense of foreboding, and I couldn't ignore the ominous stains that marred the floors and walls, a disturbing mosaic of crimson that seemed to soak into the very essence of the house. Night fell fast, and with it came an eerie silence that enveloped the house. I had never been one to be easily spooked, but the weight of the darkness and the unsettling silence gnawed at my nerves. The creaks and groans of the old wooden floors were amplified, as if the house itself was alive and breathing. Sleep didn't come easy that night. Every little noise magnified my unease just as I was about to drift into an uneasy slumber. A soft whisper brushed against my ears. I sat up in bed, my heart pounding. "Who's there?" I called out, my voice trembling. There was no response, just the rustle of fabric against the floor, as if someone or something was moving through the house. Driven by a mixture of fear and curiosity, I got out of bed and followed the faint sound. It led me down a corridor, the walls seemingly oozing with an unsettling viscous substance. My breath caught in my throat as I reached the doorway of what seemed to be the source of the sound of the basement. I descended the rickety stairs cautiously, my flashlight piercing the darkness. The beam illuminated a scene that would forever be etched into my mind. The basement was awash with blood, the stains forming a morbid tapestry on the floor. I stumbled back in horror, realizing that the very foundation of the house was steeped in a history of violence. As I turned to flee, a whisper turned into a chilling, mocking laughter. "You're mine now," the voice echoed, seemingly coming from all directions. I spun around, my flashlight revealing nothing but shadows dancing on the walls. Panic surged through me, and I sprinted up the stairs, each step carrying me closer to escape. Back in my room, I locked the door, my breath ragged and heart racing. The night dragged on in a harrowing symphony of creaks and whispers, and I huddled in a corner, praying for the dawn to break. When the first rays of sunlight finally pierced through the windows, I let out a shaky sigh of relief. But the horror was far from over. The morning light revealed the true extent of the house's malevolence. The walls seemed to pulse with an unnatural energy, the bloodstains now resembling grotesque faces contorted in agony. The very air was suffused with a sinister presence that seemed to feed off fear. Haunted by what I had witnessed, I knew I had to escape. Gathering my belongings, I made my way to the front door, only to find it sealed shut. Panic surged within me as I realized I was trapped, and the house was not willing to let me go. Days turned into weeks, and I became a prisoner of that wretched house. The whispers grew louder, the laughter more mocking, and the bloodstains seemed to writhe with a life of their own. My sanity frayed at the edges as I succumbed to the terror. that held me captive. I am writing this now, my last desperate attempt to leave a record of my ordeal. If you ever come across the house with bloodstains, stay far away. Subscribe the channel Night Miss and hit the bell icon.